A lone diver ventures into the depths of a breathtaking underwater cave, a place where beauty masks danger. Drawn into the beauty of the cave, he dives deeper through the twisted tunnels until a fatal mistake is made. He takes a wrong turn, trapping himself in a confined space, disorientated, unable to move, and running out of air. What began as an adventure becomes a haunting fight for survival, with no way out. The tragedy begins on a clear day in 2015, when an experienced diver decided to explore one of Greece's many beautiful underwater cave systems. The entrance to the cave was inviting, wide enough to lure in even those new to the sport without a second thought. Although hidden behind the seductive entrance was a complex cave system that danger would lie. He descended into the depths, the light from the surface fading with each kick of his fins. The water grew colder, the walls of the cave narrower. Equipped with a single oxygen tank, he ventured further into the cave system, confident in his ability to navigate the underwater labyrinth. Every twist and turn seemed manageable at first, each chamber inviting him deeper. But caves like these are inherently deceptive, their beauty a trap for even the most skilled adventurers. But underwater caves are deceptive. They twist and turn unpredictably, with passages that can suddenly narrow or come to a dead end. What makes them even more dangerous is their ability to disorient. Divers often lose track of their direction, mistaking the path forward for the one they entered. Without proper navigation, the way out can vanish in an instant. Even a snag of equipment while squeezing through a gap could be detrimental, and it wasn't long before he became disoriented, the once clear path to safety vanishing in the darkness. Somewhere deep inside the cave, he found himself in a tight passage, barely wide enough for his body, but he persisted, trying his best to squeeze through as he had done countless times before. The jagged rock walls scraped against his gear as he pushed on forward. And then the unthinkable happened. He became stuck. His tank or equipment may have caught on the rocks, or the passage could have been narrower than he anticipated. Either way, there was no escape. As the diver struggled to free himself, his movements kicked up silt from the cave floor, turning the once clear water into a thick, dark cloud. Within moments, visibility vanished completely, leaving him even more disoriented and unable to see his surroundings. With the narrow passage offering no room to maneuver, he found himself wedged in a terrifying stillness. The silence in the cave was suffocating, broken only by the sound of his breathing, growing faster and more erratic as panic set in. Unable to move at the pressure of the tight passage, the walls of the cave pressed in from every angle, each inch of space tightening around him as his situation grew even more suffocating. His thoughts raced as the reality of his isolation sank in. The water, cold and unknowing, only served to heighten the claustrophobia, each breath drawing in precious oxygen. Now, the fight for survival wasn't just physical, it was psychological, as the diver struggled to maintain control over his fear, the darkness closing in on him both literally and mentally. Quick reminder, if you're enjoying this video and want to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe. Enjoy. Experts state that in extreme situations like this, the most dangerous enemy is not the physical environment, but the mind itself. The overwhelming sensation of being trapped, coupled with the frantic realization that there's no immediate escape, triggers an uncontrollable surge of panic. This mental chaos speeds up breathing, draining the body's precious supply of oxygen with every shallow gasp. With each passing moment, the stress of the situation distorts the diver's judgment, clouding his ability to think clearly, and ultimately leading to decisions that only worsen his predicament. For this diver, every passing second brought him closer to the limits of his air supply. His breathing grew faster and shallower, each inhale draining his tank a little more as he panicked, praying to be let free of the Earth's hands. In a cave system this deep, even the smallest mistake can have catastrophic consequences. Each passing moment brought the diver closer to running out of oxygen, as his breathing grew faster and more frantic. With every shallow breath, he could feel his tank draining faster, the air becoming more precious with every gasp. The panic was overwhelming, and his mind began to race as he realized how little time he had left, praying to be released from the cave's grip. In the dark, unforgiving depths of the cave, even the slightest mistake could seal his fate, and the diver knew that he had made a fatal mistake. Every second was now a battle against time and the mounting fear that he might not make it out. Rescue efforts for divers in such situations are not only challenging, but often impossible. Teams must navigate the same treacherous paths, facing the risk of getting trapped themselves. In this case, by the time the diver's body was found, it was evident that no intervention could have saved him. His story now stands as a chilling reminder of how dangerous these environments can be. It's unclear exactly how long the diver was trapped before his oxygen ran out. What is certain is that in his final moments, he was alone in the dark silence of the cave, surrounded by solid rock and water, knowing that at any moment he'd draw his last breath. His body was discovered days later by rescue divers, wedged in the tight passage that had become his final resting place. The scene was haunting, a stark reminder of how unforgiving the exploration of underwater caves can be, and the terrifying reality of being trapped with no escape. The tragic death of this diver highlights the importance of preparation, training, and respect for the dangers of cave diving. Even experienced divers can fall victim to the unpredictable nature of underwater caves. Proper equipment, backup air supplies, and clear navigation are crucial to survival. For those who dare to explore these underwater labyrinths, the risks are as vast as the rewards, and sometimes the price of that adventure is a life cut tragically short. The story of the Greek cave diver is a sobering reminder of the dangers that lurk in the unseen depths of our world. It's a tale of adventure turned to tragedy, of a lone explorer lost in the cracks of the Earth's floor. If you're wondering who the poor diver is in today's tragic story, unfortunately, we don't know this information. His name was never made public due to many possibilities, and could well have been hidden from the public due to the family's request. While underwater caves may seem alluring, they demand the utmost respect, because sometimes what lies beneath the surface is far darker than we could ever imagine. Thank you for watching. If you found this story compelling, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more chilling tales of exploration and tragedy. Until next time, stay safe and stay curious.